take care of a couple of items, little details. First of all, of course, you can get all the products that I'm going to share today at eBussom. That's EBUSSOM .stampinup.net. That's the first thing. Second thing is, I'm so glad you're here. It's awesome. I love moments like this. So I'm going to be working with the Wildly Flowering collection today, and I have got to tell you, I'm in love with the paper. I really am. The DSP is probably the most beautiful that I've seen yet. And I love flowery paper. So, before I get too started or anything else, got about 2 minutes. So this weekend we were working on some construction in the house, fixing things. Hey, Kathy. Oh, she's over there. It's bigger. So we were doing some construction in the house. William and Josephine have returned. They're going to be staying in the area. William's not going to be going back to the fancy school, not for a little bit anyway. Some of you who have students in college, you will understand the kerfuffle with the FAFSA has caused a lot of strife for a lot of students. And we're just going to go and wait until it gets fixed. So he's going to take a little time off. We're going to enjoy that time. They're both going to look for jobs locally, and hopefully everything will work out so they can get an apartment very soon. That's one of the good things. So I got my baby back. I got my baby back. My baby back. Also, during the construction, I messed up. I was helping out in a way that I probably shouldn't have been, and yesterday I could not hardly walk. Yeah, I'm old. I should not be doing these things anymore. But I'm finally starting to feel better. What I was actually doing was standing on 2x4s so that they could be screwed in so they would not move. And I was using calf muscles I haven't used in 10 years. I'm just going to say it like that. Yeah, I paid the price. I have paid the price. But I really hope you enjoy this. I think it's going to be one of those cards where it's just quick and easy, not too much to detail. I think the part of it that I love the most is that you can do anything you want with this. You do not have to have it exact. You can just kind of take the idea and run with it. Very similar to some of the ideas in the catalog. So I'm not going to show you the catalog because yeah, okay, whatever. But I hope you like it. So I'm going to be using the Neutrals pack. That's a lot of the colors that are in here are, of course, the Early Espresso, and then one of the other colors is the Misty Moonlight, which is right here. So I thought that was a good one. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate it. So I'm going to set that down out of the way. So I already showed you guys the prints, I believe. But I'm using this large print. And what I liked about it was if you look really close, there are a lot of colors in here beyond just the white and stuff. You've got the crumb cake. It's very light in the centers. You've got the early espressos that are on some of the stems and some of the leaves, along with Mossy Meadow. It's making a combination of them. So right here you can see the early espresso, and then on the other side they've got the Old Olive, or sorry, not Old Olive, Mossy Meadow. And then of course you've got some of the Moody Mauve and the Wild Wheat in there as well, and the Misty Moonlight, as I mentioned. So many good designs on this packet, this DSP pack. Oh, my trimmer failed. My trimmer failed. Okay. So I know it's a collection, but I'm not using all the pieces to the collections. That's why I did not name my video as the collection. Just the wild. I did the stamp is called Wildflower Designs. The paper is Wildly Flowering, and that's what I went with because I'm focusing more on the paper than the stamps. And I really wanted to color this in, but I don't have a marker that matches any of the color. I don't have a blend that matches any of the colors. So I was kind of left with the idea, you know what, I could do it in crumb cake. They do mention crumb cake. I'm going to do it in crumb cake. We'll do light and dark, and we'll make it real simple coloring. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of pink in there, even though it's not that type of pink. I'm going to add a little bit of Calypso Coral. I know it's Moody Mauve, but Moody Mauve, and you bring them all down and you get into that color range. So I think that'll be fine. Just for a little added centers. Oh, the paper fell. I was going, what happened? I heard something go kaput. Okay. So, like I said, this will not be long. I'll show you the flower. I love these. They're so dang cute. They look like the ones you go, you know, too, and everything else for dandelions and stuff like that. But this actually has what looks to me like little lilies in it. I'm gonna bring it real close to you guys so you can see that. It looks like little lilies. So my color scheme is the Early Espresso, white, and the blue color. I forget what it's called. Misty Moonlight. I really like that color because it's like a grayish blue. You know, it doesn't have a whole lot of pop. It's the color in the background. It's this color in the background. I really like that too, because the nondescript images, you can take them in any direction you want to. If you notice, my hair's a little lopsided. I slept on my curls on this side when I went to take my nap, and they went. So, gotcha. But my goal over the next couple months is to basically get more blends and more cardstock. And I told my husband I might have to spend a large chunk in 1 month to get myself a whole bunch of the basic white cardstock, because I really do love that stuff. My cardstock is not as quite as white as what it is. So right now I'm kind of using my old cardstock off to get it gone, and then I will slowly bring it in and start hoarding it as every other crafter should. Anyway, let me get my mount in place, and then we're going to get crafting. Hang on, everyone. Okay, so let's go ahead and... Also, we don't have Bill today, but we do have Bill's 3D printer. So let me give you an idea here. We're going to have... sentiment, the layer, the sentiment, and then this layer, which I think I'm going to glue down and pop this one up. The sentiment layer I'm going to pop up. And then, of course, we've got this guy, which I haven't decided where I want to put him. Everything I've seen so far goes like that. If it works, don't change it. Don't try to change it. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to color this in. So let me grab an additional piece of cardstock here that I can color on. And if it goes through, it's not going to hurt my desk. It's just going to do what it needs to do. So how was everyone's Mother's Day? That was the big question right there. How was Mother's Day? So I always think of it as, oh, okay, it's Mother's Day. I got a lot of work to do. I'm going to actually zoom in a little bit on this. Oh, that's too much, right? Can you see all of the detail? I'm going to move this card out of the way. I'll move it over here. Yeah, I think you can see the details quite easily there. But it's just such a pretty color. It's like you go through the colors and all of a sudden you're deciding on, what you're going to do and how you're going to make it and stuff. And then all of a sudden you're noticing that everything you have works. So all the open ones I'm going to do in the light crumb cake. I'm not going to go to the dark crumb cake, maybe a little bit on the darker little closed ones. And then any center that's visible, I'm going to add a little bit of the light Calypso Coral. Like I said, it's one of those colors that I would love to have A couple of the other ones. And again, I'm not worrying if a color outside the line. Actually, I can zoom in a little bit more. I get a pinch. There we go. You can definitely see that now. There we go. But like this one here, it's a little bit weirder than the rest here. I'm going to do that in, or I might do the closed ones in the light clips of coral. Yeah, I might do that. I think I will do that. And there are a couple leaves on here, but I'm not going to color them in. I'm just going to leave them and let them blend into the background. Because I think adding a color at this point would only make things a little weird. So I'm just going to color in. Actually, I'm just going to color that Calypso or crumb cake. Kind of make things go whichever way. There we go. Yeah, I got calls from all of the kids that don't live here. And 2 weeks ago, my daughter Erica was here, and she gave me a beautiful gift. It's a massager thing for my shoulder, and you guys know how often my shoulder goes out. It's like, oh, okay. There's a little butterfly or something down here. I'm gonna fill these ones in. And these are like one stroke, you're done. You're not filling every single thing in. Just kind of leave it open, and then there's a couple of them in here. I just want to paint the middles. I think that would be good. Oh, that one. I think that's good. Not everything needs a ton of color. Some things just need a little color. So I was grateful that all my kids, you know, reached out. So we've got that colored. I'm going to put my blends away. And then I'm going to take my top layer and move it out of the way. And we're going to do the inside. Oh, forgot to zoom back out. Oh, other way. Other way. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Why is it not? Oh, zoom out. I'm going to try to get this to zoom back in because I may have to. It's my fingernails. I can't do it. It's my fingernails. I can't. I was like, oh, it's messing it up. Okay. So I had a little piece from this because I have a tendency to cut my DSP and my cardstock to 6 inches. So cut it in half and then cut it at 4 inches widths. And that way, if you need a little wider or a little skinnier, you can do it. And just depending on the die cut and everything else. So I want to show you. This is the cardstock from Stampin' Up. This is my card. And you can see the clear difference in the colors. Clearly, there's a difference in the colors. This is much more yellower compared to their white. So I only have like 3 more sheets of their cardstock. So I'm going to layer these two together. I've got my runner right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and give a little bit of room. I think that works. And then on this one here, I'm actually going to take a piece of this. I just need a little bit of it. Just need a little piece of it. And I'm going to add this to the back of my DSP to give it a little bit more strength. Like that. And then I've got linen thread. I gotta find the opening, the beginning. There it is. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a quick knot. I don't want to do anything too heavy, but I'd like to add a little bit of the element both front and back. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of a sticky spot. Just a little sticky spot. And then I'm just going to put it direct on my table. This is upside down. And I'm just going to do a little quick knot. That's all I need. I don't need a bow. I don't need anything else. Just a little quick knot. Actually, I think I'm going to bring it over here. got out. It got out. I'm just going to do a quick knot over here. I don't know if it's going to be too quick at this rate. Hey, Tammy. Yeah, so like I said, we have a 3-bedroom home, and my husband's office space has always been contentious. I'm just going to say it like that because I wanted that space. I'm just joking. But the kids needed a space to sleep, so we just threw up a couple of walls. And gave them a little bit of privacy. And then, of course, later, much later, we can go ahead and I'm actually going to add a little bit of glue on this to make sure it sticks. Later, if we get a chance, my granddaughter's already eyeing it once they move out. And then, of course, Bill's like, oh, it'll be great to have a quiet office space. So... which leads to the question, is it professional? No, it is not. So I'm just going to go ahead and give myself a little bit of room at the top there. Same on this side. Just a little bit of room. So it lays flat. And then I'm going to just go ahead and bend this down. And I do got 2 different lengths, so that's good. And then we're going to do our runner. Little X in the middle. It moved on me. There we go. There we go. So then we're going to move on to the outside. I'm going to start with my back 2 layers, and then we'll work on these and the stamped piece and everything else. So this one's easy. 2 pieces, 2 layers, I should say, right on my cardstock. There we go. And you have a whole weekend where you can create cards right in front of you, and then you go on camera and you forget. It's like, oh, I'm not supposed to do that. It's always one of those things where you go, okay. There we go. And then I know the blue one is going to go flat, so I'm going to add that one right now. So we're just going to go at... See, I've got all these beautiful prints. It's like, oh, well, I don't want to cover them up. So I'm just going to center it as much, but I'm going to go center top. So, because I still want to see that bloom on the bottom. The floral. The uniqueness of its beauty. And then I'm going to add a little bit of twine. Just a little bit. I just need a little craziness going on behind. I don't need anything straight or anything like that. I just need something. So we're going to hold that there. And then I have the sentiment right here for this piece. So God willing, everything goes straight. So I'm using early espresso for this. Nice little pounce. And then, oh my goodness. I gotta bring it a little bit closer to me. I'm sorry, it's at the bottom of the screen. I want to make it as straight as possible. There we go. I love that little sentiment. It's so cute. It's so cute. And then we're gonna pop that up. Did this one come with stuff in the catalog, Tammy? Like gems or anything? I can't remember. Should probably opened up my catalog because I have them in different places. I need to get some folders to put sweets together. Okay. And then we're going to add one more in the middle because I don't like droopies. And we're going to pull all these off. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that string. the twine. I think it does. I think it does. I've got two of them. I think it's this one, isn't it? Or is it this one? No. I don't know. I think I'm going to add these, though. I'll put that back. I think that the one's for the orange set. So we're going to use those as well. So on the back of this, let's make sure we're going in the right direction first. So my top is the bottom is my top. So I'm just going to go ahead and start this. We're just going to loop it back over, and I want those ends hanging out a little bit, so I'm going to adjust this. So our little loop is a little bit smaller. I probably could have gone a little bit longer, and then we're going to go down here at the bottom on this one here. But we still want enough room on the outside. So we're going to add a little bit of glue. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like, it does have something. Yay. I did notice that not a lot of them came with ribbon this time. There was only one set that came with ribbon. I was like, where's all the ribbon? You know? So we're going to add this next. And I'm just going to try to get it equal on the spacing here. Top, bottom, left, right. You know, I'm not going to do it, but that's okay. And then for this one here, I'm just going to go ahead and I wanted to raise it, but I raised that. So we're just going to glue that down. We're just going to add a little bit of glue and glue it down. I moved that up. Oh, that's why I'm wrong, because I didn't lift that up out of the way. I was wondering where I was running out of space. So I'm just going to add a couple little dots here and there. Nothing too serious. Nothing too crazy. And then I want to lift this up. So when I lay it down, it's going to have to go straight. So, because it does it on all whatever edges. So I'm going to lift that up and put it underneath. And I'm going to lay that down. And the same thing on the bottom, but it's going to be a little weird on the bottom because it's right on that little pokey part. Pokey part. There we go. That works. Probably should have did it first, but that's okay. You know, just like sometimes it works the way you want it to. Sometimes it does not. But there we go. And then, of course, our image, which I'd like to add. I think I'm just going to go straight in the middle. I'm just going to add 2 dimensionals. I'm getting that word right, Tammy. It's like, it's been 10 years. I'm going to come right in the middle, but just at a little bit of an angle. And then some of the dimension, the adhesive-backed texture dots. Yes, those. I think I just want one. I don't think I want a whole lot. I just want one. Where did I do my scissors? Oh, they're right in front of me. I'm losing it. Because normally I put like 3 things on it, but I'm like, 1, 2, 3. Heck with it. I'll do my 3. I'm too old to give up on me now. And I think we're going to do another little one right here. Right there. And then we're going to put another one up above the T. Gonna make some tea. Yeah, I like these. I think these are really pretty because they've got those little dents in them. So it's got a nice, like when you rub your hands against it, it's very, it's just got a lot of texture in one. But that is my card for today. Look, less than 20 minutes because I was jibber-jabbing for at least 5. But I really like this set. I think the thing that makes me the most happy about this set is no matter if I'm using the back or the front, I'm going to have something beautiful every time. And I think the best part about this for me is that so many choices. I still haven't finished buying everything I'm going to buy, so you guys are going to see a lot of stuff. But Let me bring this down so we can talk about a little bit more business. Ah, okay. We're going to put that down and show our card up close. I really do like all the different layers. Ugh, why is it so out of... I do like all the layers. Wow, it's blocking the back end there. See how it's making... That's weird. I'm just going to do it forward. I like all the textures and the layers and everything else. And adding a little bit of thread. Trying to remember what it's called. Is it thread? I think it's thread. Having a little thread in the middle is just a little something extra. You guys know me. I normally give the edges a little zhuzh. And I'll probably do that afterwards. But we're starting to get hot here in Arizona. So, as of next week, we will be above the 100s. Above the 100s. At least here in Bullhead, we will be. So, that means we could be earlier. So, you may be seeing a pre-recorded live in that case. You may also not see me on one day or another if we are above 120. I will try to get on earlier during those days. I will definitely try to get on earlier. 120 is basically my threshold for one a week. That's it. Also, I don't do videos in late July, beginning of August. I've always done it that way. Not going to change now. So I'm going to be taking July off this year instead of August, since William's not going back to the college he was going to. He's just going to take a break right now and then go back online to the fancy school. Once we can figure out the loans and stuff. Yeah, I agree. And like I said, this is the window that gets sun all day. So you can imagine 3 lights plus that. I'm baked. You know, not in this way, you know, not that way, but the sunlight. It's like an oven in here. I'll be sweating as I'm crafting. That's not pretty for anybody. So July will be only no videos during the month of July. And then hopefully during the month of July, I can go ahead and get the cardstock that I want, the white, the basic white cardstock. I was looking at what other colors were in here. I was hoping that the basic beige was in here because I was like, I got that. I have a whole bunch of basic beige. So I'm going to be looking in the colors and kind of seeing what can go with the basic beige for Thursday's live. But as of when we officially hit 105, 110 every day for a week, there'll only be one video. So I will let you guys know. It's just too hot. And if we get above 120, I will not be live at this time. I'll be live earlier in the day. But that's fine. You guys don't have to worry about it. You can always watch the replay. I'm always welcome to people to watch the replay. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. Always. Honesty is the best policy for me. Also, one last thing. December. I have to let you know. I don't normally create in December. December is family time. The reason I say, like, I used to not do it in June, July, and August is because my kids were going back to school, or like last year, I took off summer completely from crafting, and it really gave me that ability to come back refreshed. I was enjoying every moment with my son before he went off to college, and I think it was a great opportunity, you know, to just to have that time to yourself and everything. So that's what the plans are. I'll let you know sooner we get there. If we decide that, hey, it's not that bad out today and it doesn't feel too hot back here, I might just come live. Unboxings are another one that you will just see the video. I'm not sharing it on Facebook. I'm just going to do it because I get so excited. I can't wait, you know, and it's like another extra step is like, do I really want to do this? Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to check out Stampin'Up.com. And if you're looking for a new team to join, I'd welcome you to join mine. Go ahead and click on the link in the description. And in the meantime, I will see you Thursday at 4. Until then, take care. Stay crafty, my friends. Stay crafty. Hitting the weird button now. It's awkward. It's just awkward. Bye.